Hello and welcome back to my channel. It has been a while. It has been definitely a while. As you can clearly see, I got new extensions on my vacation. I was overseas for like a week, like 10 days, but like it doesn't explain why I've been missing from this YouTube channel for like a while, but I had some stuff in life, which means I have a life now. So like this was what kind of like my coping mechanism of like not having a life. I was like, okay, this is my life. I'm a YouTuber. Okay, I'm an influencer. I make content for a living. And then real life like became a thing for me all of a sudden. I talk about it in the vlog that I'm gonna be posting before this video. So let me just fix this. I don't know what is going on with the lighting today, but yeah. Anyway, look how cute my hair is. Like, it's long and black and just like healthy and like hell yeah. And new era, bitch. Look at my nails. Look how cute. Today I have an interesting video idea. I was like watching Jaclyn Glenn. If you don't know me, I love Jaclyn Glenn and I love atheist content, even though I'm very spiritual and I've always been. I just like the logic behind it. Like I like when people think logically, and it's funny that I am this delulu when I say I like when to think logically, and when other people think logically, that's my comfort zone, Jupiter and Virgo type shit. But my Neptune in Aquarius says otherwise, So one of the videos that she uploaded was kind of like on Taylor Swift, right? There's this whole like bandwagon of Christians roasting, basically canceling basically Taylor Swift. Or like she's uncancelable, so like they're trying to cancel her, but like whatever, like slices. They're saying basically that she is a witch. And not only that she is a witch, but she is also possessed by a demon, and she also casted spells on her audience during her concert, which sounds ridiculous, honestly. As a person who practices witchcraft myself, I can just say how much this is ridiculous, but I wanted to like dive into the subject a little bit, have a conversation here. And this is about like magic. This is going to be about witchcraft, about like magic, okay? So let's stay tuned. First, we'll take a hit from this spliff. Yes, I know it's a spliff because I have a life now, okay, guys? I have a life now. So as you can clearly see, so I have to like do shit, so like if I'm shit-faced, I can't do shit, you know what I mean? Like, and I cannot get shit-faced because then I'd also wake up like all groggy and stuff. Okay, I mean, I have work and I have things to do. Like, it doesn't work this way anymore, bitch. Sometimes it's cool. Like, if I had a bong, it broke. I used to have a bong, but it broke. Anyway, I have so much to like update you guys like on my actual like personal life, because you've been following. I know you have. But yeah. For now, you're gonna have to like love this because you're seeing me. What do you mean? Also, look at this side of my nose. You see, it's glittery. You see? It's so cool. Yeah. So I wanna like show you a video that really stood out to me, right? Really stood out to me, and it's one of those delulu crazy Christian people that Jaclyn Glenn mentioned in her video about Taylor Swift being a witch, and he says something like this. I'm gonna play it right now.
And we live in a day and age where Satan will use entertainers and he will use artists who will go to a certain level of fame, and then through that, he will spread his propaganda and begin to influence a young generation, even if it's just to desensitize them toward particular Christian values.
Okay, so you clearly heard that, right? Which I have to agree with, not using any religious terms like Satan, like fucking Christian values, I guess, you know what I mean? Like, what he is talking about is something very real that is happening, but like he is just like very much indoctrinated into religion, so he also describes it through that way. Jaclyn Glenn, her response is hella boring. I mean, I love her. She's like a queen, an atheist queen, but that's what she is. Atheist, right? So, like, she went on to say, I'm gonna insert like a clip here. She went on to say of like how he should grow up and like magic isn't real and just like
it sounds to me like they are saying Hogwarts is a real place, and there's witches, and there's warlocks, and there's sorcerers, and they're all casting their spells with their magic wands, and it's real, and you have to be careful. I'm like, no, y'all, it's a movie. It's really just somebody wrote about it in a book once. Magic is not real, y'all. I was a kid, I feel like a long, long time ago, when I believed that this stuff was real and took it seriously, but it's very bizarre to me as an adult to see other adults talking about witchcraft and sorcery as though they are real things going on today. This is, like, people really think this way. There are no witches. There are no witches. And I know people are going to call me a witch. I literally have a Ouija board as a decoration in here. Like, I have a certain style that I like to decorate, right? But I literally look at it as decorations. Not one part of me is like, ooh, what dead person am I going to talk to tonight?
So I wanted to like clarify also that magic is real and it's not the hocus pocus we see on television or like read in books, right? And also about what he said. This is Pluto entering Aquarius. This is what it is, you know what I mean? The devil, so to say, the dark energies, or rather low vibrational energies, right? Which is like, I grew up Jewish, so in Judaism you have like this word, like a name for like your yang, or like yin in a person, right? You have your good side and your, so to say, bad side, even though there is no good or bad objectively, but this is like the idea. There is the low vibrational version of you and there is the high vibrational version of you. You know what I mean? Lower self, higher self. Get it? So basically, I do believe that with Pluto, the planet, I was about to speak in my own language, the planet of fears, corruption, extreme power, has entered Aquarius, a sign of communities, public portrayal, like public speaking, like technology, all of those things, right? So not only are we gonna see like just to touch a little bit of what he's saying, I'm gonna move on to like magic and how it's real and like what it means, but not only that celebrities and stuff like that and people just in the public eye have been implanted by Satan, quotation marks, are sent there by divine energy, obviously, but in a low frequency. You know what I mean? Like because us as humans, we are here on this planet to experience every possible outcome of the universe and expand every experience possible, and a part of that is also the bad stuff. There's the good stuff, people spreading like love and like having a sense of community and just like inspiring other people to be their best versions and like so forth, and and there's those people who are in the public eye or doing even whatever, because it exists in every realm of human life and possibility, that are there to spread hate, to spread blasphemy, so to say, in quotation marks, you know what I mean? Like, to dishonor the cosmic existence, dishonor us and our values and morals that are inherent to us. You know what I mean? I'm not saying there is some moral code that is right, but every person, every individual has their own moral code. I think it's kind of like genetically, but more so like soul wise, you know what I mean? Like, because I believe in souls, obviously. Like, look at me, like, I'm talking about witchcraft and shit, like, bro, I'm a witch, if you didn't know. And I'm also an Aquarius sun, Aquarius moon, and Gemini rising. And you know, I try to be logical, but you see, all of these air signs are just like too delusional, you know. So I have my own logic, I guess. I don't know, man. So yeah, I do agree with what he says of the fact that Satan, in quotations again, you know, the devil, because the devil is also described in tarot as a phase of a human's life, right? The devil, overindulgence, vengefulness, like lust, all of those like unholy things, in quotations again. I do believe the devil has his way, its way, whatever, its energy, basically. It's not an entity, it's energy that exists in the realm of possibilities, you know what I mean? Like, that energy does exist, and it does influence people, and it does mean that when this exists and influences people, those people are gonna go and spread hate, those people are gonna go and spread blasphemy and spread lust and spread, you know, all of those things. To me, this is what it means. It's not like, oh, they're breaking like the Christian values and LGBT people are killing us and we're gonna go to hell over this. Like, no. What I'm saying is that low vibrational actions are like what we are gonna call coming from the devil, sent by the devil, quotations, because like the devil in tarot, like I said, is that area of life for the person, because this is a person's psychology. You know, we are gonna want to overindulge in those sins, so to say. I'm blowing up the roof with the religious terminology today. Like, who is she? By the way, look at my shirt. I never wear like shirts that are colorful, and I had to like even it out with like a black lace top, but it's a Blink 182 shirt. And it's so cute, and I just found it on like some H&M or something, and I was like, oh my god, this is so emo! Cool, we got that out of the way. Next up is how Jaclyn Glenn says that magic is not real and we should grow up because this is like delusional. She has said the word delusional, and well, we, us in the spiritual community, we've learned to claim that word. Yes, I am delusional. Do you have a problem with that? Well, sucks for you, because I'm not gonna change that. You know what I mean? Like, as long as it doesn't hurt anybody, like, why would I not be delusional? In quotation marks again. Let me explain to you what magic and witchcraft is, right? Because, like, for an atheist, you would think it's a hard concept to understand, but it really isn't, because surprisingly a lot of it is based in science, because what we're talking about is not like some magical, ooh, I'm gonna make this like broom start to float and it's gonna take me to a whole new world. Like, no, that's not what happens. Like, I'm a witch. I wish that would happen, because then I wouldn't have to pay for a bus to get to work, but no, That's not what it means, magic. I mean, maybe on some level, one day, maybe someone, maybe Jesus could have done. Actually, Jesus, if you have read the scriptures, Jesus actually died like by the Old Testament, actually died while somebody was pissing on him because he was like flying on a broom, and one of Pharaoh's like sorcerers was also flying on a broom to catch him or something like that. And like he realized like as long as he's like holy, then he is gonna beat the shit out of him because he has like the name of God fucking inserted into his thigh. But also, yeah, no, that's it. So he pissed on him. He was like, oh, now he's gonna be like, how do you say it? Like, unpure. And he really died. I mean, not really. It's just like a book somebody wrote, but like, it's interesting. The law. It has law. Anyway, magic is manipulation of energy, basically. I actually have this cool ass wand that I got. Look, it's a dragon. Look, it's so cool. I have to sneeze. Ugh, I'm a Ravenclaw, by the way. If you couldn't tell by my condescending attitude. Why? Because when you are changing this stream of energy's direction, you're basically manipulating it. You're basically actively changing the direction it's going because you are in control of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, people think magic is just like this very exaggerated thing, which it really isn't. Like, I mean, I wish, right? But it's the 3D world. We cannot like float around. Like, I wish, okay? I'm gonna say it again. Like, I would do those spells if they were real, you know. I would invisibility cloak myself like 100%, you know what I mean? And there are similar spells, you know, that you can put into the energy. And what is a spell? You're probably saying, oh, spells, like, that's funny. Listen, okay? Listen. Everything we say is a spell because we are putting energy out. And the reason words and colors and things like that, they have names, it's because this is the most accurate way to capture the essence of the energy in something that we can understand as humans in this 3D world, and also that has rules, right? Because like languages, they have rules. It makes it logically understandable for us. You know, colors, when they have names, it makes it logically understandable for us. Even musical notes, they have names to capture the essence of the energy they put out as musical notes. You know what I mean? So basically, what I'm saying is that everything that we say, that we like project into this world is a spell, because this is the energy we are putting out. We are manipulating the energy field by projecting energy. Like, this is not oh, I'm gonna do this spell and they're gonna burn alive, or like, and it's not like crazy movie magic, you know what I mean? Like, it's not gonna poof disappear, and it's not gonna like appear all of a sudden with like sparkles all over it, you know. It's not gonna fly away with like two little birds like carrying it casually. Like, no, like, it doesn't happen in real life, you know. This is actual movie shit, you know, book stuff, you know. In real life, it's much more different because we are confined to the 3D rules of existing, you know. Maybe perhaps in a different dimension that is also mathematically proven that there are more dimensions, mathematically proven. You understand that numbers, they can tell us so much, man. But also, maybe perhaps in those other dimensions we have much more magical freedom or something, and we can actually do those things. But for now, this isn't real, you know. But what is real is the fact that you can decide right now that you're gonna graduate with this grade, and you're gonna buy a house next month, or like something like that, you know. It is crazy, it is delusional, but it is also based in reality, right? You can say, oh, I'm gonna buy a house next month. I'm broke, okay, but I can say I'm gonna buy a house next month. You know why? Because it could happen. If I put this into the energy field, into my energy field, right? I'm gonna buy a house next month. I'm buying a house next month. Next month, I'm moving to the new house that I bought, you know? Like, I already have a new life, you know? Even though it's only next month, like, I already own the house. I already have it, you know? And then you would call it manifesting, but what it really is manipulation of energy, because you are saying this object that it takes energy in the space is in my energy field now, which it wasn't before, but now it is because I decided. So I said it out loud, which means I casted a spell, I spelled it out, I projected out the energy of what I want to happen, you know, and you just gotta believe in it, like in any actual magic, you know. When they tell you, like in TV and like books, you have to believe in magic for you to see it. That's really true. Like, you have to believe that you can get the house next month, and you would actually get the fucking house, you know what I mean? Like, shit, fucking stuff like that happened to me so much. And like, yeah, I am a manifestation guru, you could say, you know. But like, I when I just started manifesting, doing magic, while being aware of it, because we're all witches and magicians and whatever, because like I said, how the devil is also a phase in a person's life, the magician of the tarot is also a phase in a person's life. Is when you are manifesting your destiny, when you are taking all of your knowledge from this whole time with full awareness, you recite kind of what you want to the world, to yourself, to the universe, right? To God, if you believe in God, or whatever, you know. But like, I'm trying to be like factual here, and very logical, you know. So like, you, in that area of your life, you have all of those tools to get you to where you want to be. So there is no reason you wouldn't get there. The only reason would be that you don't believe you can. And then I would say you have to believe in magic for it to be real, you know, because the magician, he creates a new beginning. And this is what it symbolizes, this area of life, you know, because this is also the first card of the deck, technically, because the Fool is 0, but yeah. So like, it just shows us that we can always step into that place of creating a new beginning, creating a new reality, manipulating the current one, changing the energy, manipulating the energy, because we can do that. That's why we are here. That's what we are here for, you know, in my humble opinion, you know. And I have strong opinions, you know, especially about our meaning, and like, I'm a huge philosopher, you know. But yeah, like, I can talk for hours about what I think we are here for, you know, and I think my reasoning is pretty solid as well for a person of my beliefs, not even beliefs, but just like of my type of perspective, you know, because I'm a very open-minded, very spiritually aware person, you know. So I also see like the logical sides, the earthly sides, you know, but at the end of the day, there is something bigger, much more magical, much more, you know, grand that we cannot even comprehend. You know, I do believe in that. I do believe in that. And what it is us, basically. I almost say it in every video of mine, but I truly believe that we are the universe experiencing itself in a human form. The universe, you know, this is a part of the universe. This is fucking toilet paper. This is a fucking microphone. And you're gonna say, how is it a part of the universe? Well, because it is made out of the same energy that we are made out of. You know, that everything that we can see, touch, smell, sense, whatever, everything that exists in our conceptual 3D world has to be made out of the same energy, you know, and there is a type of gene that, you know, has that we all earthly creatures have in common, you know, and I think this is really what it means, that we are all connected because we are all the same thing. We're all the same energy, just portrayed in different, in a different shape in this 3D world. Because like I said a few minutes ago, colors have names to be portrayed in the 3D world, right? So we have bodies to be portrayed as energy in the 3D world. You know what I mean? That's why people look the way that they look. That's why people sound the way that they sound. Because that is the way of the 3D world to transfer the energy of their soul, of their source of life, of the atoms that they are made out of. You know what I mean? Like, this is what I believe in. It is based on evidence, even though I would say it's not the strongest opinion, because that is mostly points on like more research. You know, we're not really sure what's going on yet. We're gonna keep digging, you know, which I respect. You never know, maybe one day they're gonna find something that's gonna blow my mind as well, and I'm gonna change my whole perspective, you know, perhaps. But for now, this is what I think. This is how I view this universe, and this is what I have learned from delving into occult knowledge, being religious for like years, deconstructing religion, like finding my own faith afterwards, like going through the dark night of the soul, realizing my gifts for divination and shit like that, you know. And when I say gifts for divination, everybody has it, right? I just felt intuitively inclined to do shit with like tarot cards. Like, I like the aesthetic. I always felt attracted to it, even though I grew up in religion, and in religion it's wrong, you know. It's working a false god, basically. My whole life as a religious person, because I was also very religious in myself. Like, I had a relationship with God. Like, I felt like I was like I believed it all, you know. I was so conditioned but I also had this like high level of spirituality to connect with this god, whatever it was, you know, and connect to other like realms of consciousness. Because when I said we're all made out of the same energy, that means we all share the same consciousness, because our source is the same source for each and every one of us, even though we are different, even though our atoms are different, even though, You know what I mean? We still have that gene that makes us earthly beings, which means we are all a part of the same source, you know, an energetical source. I'm not talking about God. I don't even care about God, honestly. Like, what even is the concept of a God? It's a person. I'm not talking about a magical person, that can think and analyze. No, I'm talking about like the actual fucking definition of karma. Energy that evens out. Source energy that gives life to everything and anything. You know? Yeah, so I don't know where I was going with that. I had like a very good point, but I'm gonna take another hit because I'm spitting bars. Like, I'm so excited to get to speak about this because I always think about it. I, like I said, am a very philosophical person, so I always dwell. I always dwell. I am, yeah. I like to contemplate the existence and the meaning of the existence and like what the fuck are we doing here? Like, there's this meme of like this person, and he's like a philosopher's life in a nutshell. This is me. Every day of my life is like, why though? Why though? A hit that will concentrate me. I'm just posing for y'all because I know y'all like me. I know y'all cannot stop staring at me. Exactly like I do. So, I'm giving you hot shots of me. This is a smoke break. We'll get this topic back again soon. But since becoming like an actual vocalist and front woman of an actual band, girls only band. Yes, I did it, guys. I did it. I fucking did it. Yeah. In the vlog, you can see me like talk about like how I want to make it happen again. And I started looking and like, and here I am today after like I've found like the best friends for my life, and they are amazing, and we have amazing chemistry, and like we're like the best band to ever exist, And I found them in a very funny way that I'm gonna tell you about in that vlog. So like if you haven't watched it, go watch it. But yeah, after that I became way more open and way more like confident and comfortable anywhere, everywhere, doing anything, because I realized I'm just a little human. We are all little humans living in this 3D life, like in this 3D world. Like there is no reason we would be so anxious and so afraid and so like overindulgent in all of this bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like this world is so beautiful, and the fact that we can like exist in this 3D world is just like super amazing and like uncomprehendable. But yeah, anyway, another hit and we'll get back to the topic. What was I even talking about? And when I said divination earlier, Jaclyn Glenn also said something about how she finds it a little bit ridiculous that people do divination, and claim that they speak with God, or like something like that. And I want to clarify what divination is. Again, my name is Kesem, which means magic, or it also can mean divination. But yeah. I also believe, because of what I said earlier, that who you are in this 3D world, in your characteristic here, are determined by the way this world captures your essence's energy, your whole energy, and I guess that's the reason why people's names also suit them in their life eerily, because this is the way the universe, or like this 3D world dimension, captures your essence with your name as well. So it makes so much sense that my name is Magick. I'm a witch. I do magic. every literally, I'm not even joking, right? I'm not even joking. We have like an adjective, like an adjective, like yeah, for like something magical, but it's like not magical. It doesn't we don't treat it as that word, but we use it sometimes. Or like maybe if something really is cute and amazing, we're gonna use this word. So every time a person meets me and they ask me, "Oh, what's your name?" I'm like, "Oh, my name is Kesem." Like I would say my name is Magick, they instantly will be like, "Oh my god, that suits you so well. You are magical. You are," they say Maxima. Like you are majestic. You know what I mean? That's what and every fucking time. Why? Because it suits me. Because it is who I am in my essence. This is how the universe found its way through energy, right? Because my mom had to think about the name. It didn't just pop up out of nowhere, Even honestly, she herself doesn't really know where the name came from. She just intuitively knew she was gonna call me, and she's not a witch. She doesn't believe in that stuff, and like she's actually kind of like more on the religious side, but also not even. Well, yeah, she is kind of like religious and conservative and like, yeah. So she isn't really about that bullshit, about that witch stuff. She's anti actually, but she because she sees it as worshipping false gods, like what can I do? It had to happen in the 3D world in some way that does make sense through actual events that did happen, that did had to do a lot with free will, and choice that we do as people, choices that we make as humans, as individuals. It has everything to do with it. It's not magic. It is exactly that. It's not the lack thereof. You know what I mean? It's not like, how do I explain this? It's not going against the grain. If you're going against the grain or like trying to, that would be black magic. Magic or like manipulation of energy that is not aligned with the natural flow of things in the universe already. You're trying to like block somebody's free will. You're like doing black magic. Because when you're telling yourself, "Oh, I'm gonna have them at all costs, they're gonna love me, they're obsessed with me, blah 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 blah," that's what you're doing. This person doesn't want you, but you want them to want you. So you do all of this, recite those affirmations, which is projecting energy into the energy field, which makes it your reality. Say whatever you want, but it is true. Like, it is true. Like, your thoughts become the reality, especially what you say out loud, and what you actually mean with intention. This is gonna be what rules your reality. Obviously, we all know this by now. So like, yeah, you pretty much get what I'm saying, right? Because like, that would be trying to stop somebody else's free will. Whatever, this is called black magic or something, because like people take those terms of like magic very like too seriously and too dramatically, I think, because magic is something that we all do every day, all the time. But we and people that are hyper logical, like Jaclyn Glenn, for instance, I'm not roasting you, like, I love your content, you help me deconstruct from my religion, but I, as a spiritual person and also a person who understands a lot in my field of work, which is witchcraft and magic, I feel like this is kind of like ignorance. Honestly, like, it is ignorance to think that magic is what you see in the movies, and magic is what you read in J.K. fucking Rowling's books, bitch. Like, no, like, no. Trust me, I wish it was, but it is not this way. Not in the 3D realm that we live in, okay? And like, we are all intuitively speaking with our spirit guides, whether I'm saying it in quotation marks because this is what I call this energy, this flow of energy that connects between our own consciousness to the collective consciousness that is also timeless, right? Because we are infinite beings and this timeline is infinite. And wow, this sounds so delulu, but it is true. Like, and also all the timelines are the same, which means the past is happening when the future is happening, and the future is happening when the present is happening, and it's all happening at the same time. So when you add that, right, time is limitless, and every phase of time happens at the same time because time is limitless, and you add to that the fact that we all individuals, perhaps even, I don't know, I'm gonna say individuals for now, share the same consciousness, we have this collective consciousness, you get the fact that sometimes we have those moments of divination, quotation marks, when we tap into that hyper consciousness, because this is the most natural thing for us to do. This is not something we control most of the time. This is just the natural way of existing for us. You know, that gut feeling that you have, this is intuition. What that intuition means, it means some other version of you in the future, in the past, in the somewhere, is telling you that they know what you're going through right now, and like they are like not wanting you to do this, or like do wanting you to do this. So like, for instance, that gut feeling that you feel of quitting your job, let's say for instance, is because in the future you has a business, you know, and you just feel this gut feeling of like, man, I want to quit my job. I don't know why, like it's the perfect job, but I want to quit my job, you know. It's because future you has already made the decision to open up a business. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just like so complex, and trying to like tone it down to like, this is ridiculous. I mean, I get it that like people portray it in a very like blasé way, you know what I mean? Like, it's like hocus pocus and abracadabra and just do this and they're fall in love with you, or like do that and you're gonna win $100, like, you know, like, no, like it's not what it is, you know. I'm not gonna fly away on a fucking broom, and gnomes are not gonna show up and fucking clean my house. Like, again, I wish, okay, we have to be realistic out here. It's all about energies, it's all about the flow of the universe, it's all about like the secrets of our existence, okay? And this is what magicians do. This is, and even you, perhaps you are an atheist, perhaps you are a religious person, perhaps you are a spiritual delulu crazy ass just like me. Yeah, I don't really have a lot to say about this other than to finish it off with the fact that we really have to like be more open-minded to things we don't know in our community, in our society, right? Because I feel like perhaps Pluto and Aquarius is also doing that as well, because Aquarius is a very open-minded sign. Hello, this is me. It's a very open-minded sign. It's the whole point of Aquarius. That's why it is related to technology. They are innovators. They are supposed to create something new, to lead something new. They are leaders, right? So I feel like this is what we are doing as a society. You know, we are getting out of the box, you know, we are thinking outside the box, we are trying to like understand areas of life that we don't really comprehend and we don't really connect with. And I feel like I am starting to see that, and it is beautiful, but like seeing this was really like embarrassing for her, because listen, you can, it's like I would say, like, to all of the like people who believe in religion, in like a god, that um like it's ridiculous that they believe in a god, you know what I mean? It's like, grow up, you know what I mean? Like maybe this person, right, Jaclyn Glenn, she never experienced something supernatural, spiritual, you know. She doesn't believe in the spiritual, in the supernatural. She said it herself in that video. And I just think, right, hear me out, I just think, right, that even if you don't believe in the supernatural, you can still see this as a natural thing, because it is. Like, from all what I explained just now, I feel like it is a natural thing more than anything. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like something that we cannot even control, but the universe does anyway. Like, you know, and it just is proven to be true, you know? And yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to speak about this. I wanted to say something about this because that really kind of like pissed me off, you know, that people don't even know what magic is in 2024. Like, come on, it's 2024. Like, being a witch was trendy like 6 years ago. Like, and since then, being a witch is mainstream. Like, and you don't even know what magic is about. Like, you don't even know what this means. Like, guys, come on, be more like tech savvy, more international, multi-subjectly, how do I say this, be more open-minded. I just can't find the words to say this otherwise, but yeah, I had a grand old time with you guys, and I kind of like miss this a lot, and I'm gonna definitely be doing more videos because I'm out of this rut that I was in, and I am beautiful. So, and yeah, I don't want to miss an opportunity to just stare at myself for like hours, so I'm definitely gonna be coming back, you know. It was wonderful. I'm gonna be finishing this right now with you guys, actually, and if you stayed until now, then oh my god, cool, because we're gonna smoke sesh and talk a bit about my life, you know. Let's do that. Yeah, since you last saw me, I am like a singer now, and honestly, I've always wanted this. Like, let me be hyper honest right now. The most honest I will ever be, ever, on anything, okay? This is not an exaggeration. Look at my face. Like, it's emotionless right now. But actually, like, my entire life, I would see myself, right? Even as a kid, I would see myself in like my spirit eye, you know, but people would say it like, you know, dreaming while you're awake, whatever. We have a word for that, but in Hebrew, but like whatever. Daydreaming, yeah. Same thing basically, because again, it's controlling your thoughts, creating a reality, whatever. So I would always see myself on a stage singing, and I always loved singing, and I always did it. I always was singing, always, all the time, you know. Even as a kid, a small kid, even as I grew up, like, I never stopped. Like, it always kept going. Like, ask my roommates, ask my mom, ask my dad, like, and my grandmom that I lived with, every one of them individually, and like now ask my neighbors. Like, honestly, I have a blind like 80-year-old neighbor, and she was in one day. I was like, oh, hi, hello, how are you, you know, as I usually do. And she was like, oh, do you do music, do you play music? And I'm like, Yeah, and she's like, oh, it sounds so beautiful, keep going, like, and I'm like, oh my god, they can hear me, like. Yeah, so I'm like literally healing my inner child by doing this, because this is me. This is a dream that can so easily come true now that I have made it come true. But as a kid, I thought it's impossible and I will never be able to get there, because I grew up in the hood as well, and I also have a video about that if you want to go check that out. But yeah, it has some very very rough stories, so like brace yourself. But yeah, like I remember like 2 3 years ago specifically, when I decided that there is no fucking way I'm not gonna do music. I'm gonna learn how to produce music, because I have to like do music. I have to sing. I have to be a musician. Like I know I'm a musician. I have to unlock this skin. So I was like learning how to like produce music and stuff like that. And now I have a song out. You can go listen to my song that I produced myself. This is so cool. Yeah, and I like started following Vaporwave on Instagram. Now you probably know her because she has gained a lot of momentum on Instagram, because she moved in with Spit Satan and Runa something. Runa, yeah. Yeah. And this is such a like a very specific Instagram law. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like Johnny Gilbert law for me. Like this was what I was seeing all the time, like on my feed on Instagram. Like Johnny Gilbert was on YouTube. That's what I was always seeing. Exactly like Vaporwave and like Spit Satan and all of those, iconic girls, Auntie Jules. If you don't know, go follow them so you can understand where I'm coming from. But Vaporwave is her name is Zoe, I think, and she is like a musician as well, and she has an aesthetic very similar to one of my ex best friends, and this is why I also like kind of liked her and followed her. But at the beginning, even before she had that aesthetic, actually she had like this red hair, and like she was musician cool. Like I don't know how to explain it. She would like upload pictures with her holding a microphone and just like very cinematic, and like with an organ and stuff like that, and I would be so inspired, and I would be just like, wow, like I wish I could do that. And then I said to myself, why can't I do that? What is stopping me? And then I formed the original Bloody Garden band, with the original guitarist and the bassist. And yeah, and it happened, and it just all of a sudden happened. And like a few months ago, I was just like saying like, man, I know I'm a solo musician. I know I can do it by myself, which is such a fucking like leap from like, oh, I could never do this, to yeah, I know I can do this by myself. Like I already did it by myself. You know what I mean? I realized that I want bandmates. Like I want to be a part of something bigger, something more cool. Open myself up to new experiences. And literally now, a few months later, this just happened, and it just happened, and we're working on an original song, and we're like writing an album, and next year we're going to be performing on the big stages, and it just happened. It just happened, bro. Like what? Like what? I blinked and it happened, and it's crazy. It's crazy. And honestly, you would probably be so interested to hear about my love life, but my law is not always as comprehensible, as I would like it to be for y'all. But I'm just happy. Yeah, I'm just happy. Because everything is falling into place, you know? Jigsaw's falling into place. Yeah, everything is falling into place. Everything makes sense now. Everything is clear. Like, full moon in Capricorn, bitch. Yeah. We feeling it. But yeah, no, I'm super happy. I'm super like excited to get back to doing more YouTube, to doing more of everything, you know, because I have decided where I'm going next in my life. Like, I know now. So I better like start moving in that direction, you know, because like hell yeah, why not? Actually, why not? All signs point to Lauderdale. I don't know why I'm quoting songs right now, like, but what I mean is like all signs point to doing that, to this path, the path not recently walked, not the path not mostly walked, something like that. I don't know, but yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh my god, the biggest update for y'all. You must hear this. This is a really like this is law. This is law right here. Lore, if you couldn't understand by my accent. But yeah, like I became again best friends with my ex roommate. You know, the first roommate that I was living with in the shitty ass apartment, you know, so like that yeah, we became friends again. Like, yeah. Um Me and him, we're just like siblings in some way because we have lived together as youths for like almost 2 years. So there is a level of closeness there. And we just like became friends again. Like, I came back from Georgia. I traveled to Georgia. I was overseas, and I gave him like this candy that is like made out of. I talked about it in one of my videos actually. That is made out of like wine of different fruits. Um, my nose is blocked, and it has nuts inside, like of different kinds of nuts, like almonds, like those like round ones. I don't know the name of all of them in English. I was thinking too highly of myself. But yeah, so I gave him some of these because he really likes them. I gave him some of these from overseas, and he just came over to like pick them up. Stay hydrated. Go follow my band's page on Instagram. I'm gonna show you what I did there because I'm the our social manager, I guess. I am the social media manager, as well as the lead vocalist, front woman, whatever you want to call this shit. So I am super proud of this, of the way I did this. Look at this. Oh, you can't see shit. Oh, you can't now. Kind of. It's cute. You know, you see I have like iconic moments over there. Oh. Not really. You can't really see, but you see this is me with a guitar, and yeah. There's like reels also. I'll show you the reels. This is an original song, so it's not gonna get copyrighted. That's so fucking cool. I think it is. I think it's really fucking cool. This is our guitarist, and she's super cool. I, of course, edited the video while I was at work, and honestly, now that I'm like hearing it again, I'm just like think I didn't do it fully justice, but it was raw audio that we had. It's not, people are not gonna notice that, okay? They're not gonna notice that. And then there's this. Again, the original song. Look at me. I'm there with the glasses and everything. Too bad you can't see the drama. She's super cool. It's not my best take. It's not my best take. We also went recording. I edited the video. Anyway, yeah, like clearly a lot of things have happened, you know. I've changed as an individual a lot. I'm actually listening to this one again, and I'm like not happy with it. Fine, okay, it's fine. It's fine. We're just like in our beginning stages, right? So like I shouldn't stress about this, you know. I'm the social media manager. I should be chill, you know. I'm chill like that. But we have a lot of great content, like amazing content. But it is super cool. We are super cool. Like this, for example, is like a vlog of us going to like a rehearsal, so you can see like this is a bathroom that looks like a rehearsing room, and this is like the girls doing setup and me like putting the camera and everything. It's super cool and it's super cute, and yeah. And there's also like there's also one really funny wait, hold up. And it's like I filmed the girls doing like setup like for the instruments, because you know the guitarist has a shit ton of pedals and the drummer is leftist, you know. She's like left-handed, so like this is like setup. Look at the pedals. Like, man, this is crazy. Isn't it so cool? This is incredible, bro. Oh, this is me showing my outfit. My outfit. Yeah, it was so funny to see her like build the whole fucking drum kit. And her to like she burnt like a cable, the guitarist with the pedals, like, and the chair, it was it was super funny. Super funny. Yeah, anyway, go watch it. Go watch it. This is me in the recording room. Isn't it so cute? I think it's really cute. I think I'm doing a great job. Also, go follow me on Instagram. I don't know if you follow me on Instagram, and if not, like, how dare you? Like look at how cool I am. Like, what is this? Like, I'm so cool. I'm so cool. Like, hold up. See, this is what my feed looks like. I'm just so cute and cool and quirky, and just like, yeah, I'm never gonna stop like promoting myself because I am my biggest asset, honestly. Like, honestly, like, no, I'm gonna be completely frank. Oh, no, sorry. I wake you up. Sorry. No, go back to sleep. No. No. Yeah, that was it. That was a very cute update that we had there. We had a moment, me and you guys, and we talked about very important subjects like we usually do on this channel. And we smoked a shit ton of weed, which we always do on this channel. So if you want to see more, then subscribe. Like, you know, that is the most logical thing to do. And I have all of the links to like my music and my Instagram and my podcast and all those things, my art shop, all of that is in my description, so you will not be overwhelmed by anything. It is highly cute as an interface. My description, I mean. It's really cute. You know, I always add a shit ton of emojis because as an ADHD person, hello, I like when things are aesthetic because then I like to look at them and process them, you know? Yeah, this was my water bottle. That was me. And I liked having you here in my living room. It's not my living room, it's my office and my kitchen. Anyway, yeah, goodbye.